Um, Tuesday we were unable to get a trade, so I'm going to look into Wednesday trade. So, like I said, I was looking for price to trade back into this end work, which is this level. Uh, Price was unable to draw back into that level. Price was unable to draw back into that level, but however, we could see price trading at 0.25%, showing that okay, price is fully bullish, showing that there is no weakness, right? So on Wednesday, we could see on Tuesday, price moved from this other block. This level acted as an order block, and on Wednesday, I was still anticipating price to come back into this level, so we can move from this order block once again, either by taking this Tuesday 10 a.m. low. However, this area is a key breakout block where I also anticipated price to like trade from. I don't usually trade with a breakout block, but this is something right there. So going forward is we look to trade at what time? We look to trade at 9 o'clock. So I was observing price at 9 o'clock and I see this reaction. So this is the high that was swept on Tuesday. I was anticipating price to draw back lower into this level. I was anticipating price to draw back lower into this level, but at 9 o'clock we were unable to draw back into this level. So what do I trade off? If you take a good look at this area, this was a fair value gap. I was hoping if price respects this fair value gap, I'm looking to take a short from this fair value gap into this other block and maybe potentially into end work. However, after 9 a.m. candle, which is 6 a.m. 4-hour candle, we see price trading strongly above it. Price rallies above the 4-hour fair value gap, showing to me that this level has been inversed and it has been inversed and is now an inversion fair value gap, which will allow for me to look to target the new week, the last week high, which is this level. Let's quickly go to the weekly level to show you that level. This is it right here. It was the previous week high. So going back into the 4-hour time frame to share with you what I traded. So after 9 o'clock, I could see price close aggressively above this level. Closing above this high confirmed for me that okay, we're still in a bullish environment and we're not looking to go any way lower. So, with that said, this becomes an inversion and this becomes my interest. I was expecting 10 OEM candle to come back into this inversion fair value gap and potentially look to target this high. So let's go into lower time frame. So this is what we have on lower time frame. I'm going to go ahead and put a vertical line on 10 a.m. opening price. This is 10 a.m. So at 10 a.m., this was the inversion I was looking at on the 4-hour, the one I made mention of. So close above here shows me market is willing to rally higher. Why? Because this is a market structure shift. That is a market structure shift. If you look, um, let me quickly explain that. Why is that a market structure shift? This is a liquidity sweep on the 15 minutes. This is a liquidity sweep on the 15 minutes, and we could see price immediately rallies for the high. Took out this high, this point here, took out the high, then leaves for us a fair value gap. So this I marked out the 15-minute fair value gap, then I looked to frame that on the 1 minute. So this was 10 a.m. opening bell, this long week here. That was why I took my trade. That was why I took my trade. So immediately price came back into the 15-minute fair value, which is this level, this yellow shaded level. I took my setup. I started anticipating to take a trade. So this low was formed. This is an inversion level where I would have loved to take the trade. However, at that inversion level, to my target, it's just about 1 hour. I don't trade 1 hour. I trade a minimum of 2 hour at most, and sometimes I focus majorly on 3 hour. So when price traded above this level, come to my head, I was interested in the buy. So I made measure of this high to this low. Then I look for a key level around discount. Discount is anywhere below 50%. Let's take this off so we can have a clean chart. So discount is anywhere below 50%, and we could see this fair value gap just in discounts. This fair value gap here, which I use as my entry, setting just in discount. Then I look to target the week high. Then my first target was this level, which is potentially 2R if I'm correct. Yeah, this is 1.9, almost 2R. Then final target is this level. So that was my trade. That was my trade on Wednesday. Immediately I closed the trade at this level. We had this massive drop which I'm not sure took out a stop. Did he? Okay, it stopped the stop and potentially went back in the direction we're looking at. However, this is why it is important to take partial at certain liquidity levels and potentially put our stop into profit. However, I exited this trade at this level because I'm not trying to turn a green day into a red day. Going forward will be what I am looking for Thursday market price. Thursday, this is what I'm looking for on Thursday. I'm just trying to take all of this off to have a clean chart. So let's see what we have on Thursday. Let's take all of this off so we have a clean chart. I'm still very drawn to this NWOG because I want price to always reach for discount before continuing higher. So going forward into Thursday, this is what I'm looking at. We've taken this high, and now we are retracing on the daily time frame. This is what I'm expecting. We have this daily fair value gap. Excuse me, let's keep this chart clean once again. So yeah, so on the daily chart we have this 4-hour daily fair value gap, which is this level. So my attention goes to this level. I'm looking to trade from this level into from this level into all-time high. This is all-time high. Let's shade that as well. I'm looking to trade into all-time high. As you can see, we're already moving in that direction already. So I expect this area to be my point of interest to start looking for buys for today. So going lower into the 4-hour time frame, this is where we marked as our daily fair value. However, I'm still very much interested in price coming down into this level, taking Tuesday 10 a.m.'s low. I don't want Tuesday's low to be violated. I want that to be my intermediate time low. But I'll be looking for this other block on the 4-hour to get tagged. This is what I believe price is doing at the moment. Price drawing back into this 4-hour fair value gap here and this previous inversion. Price drawing back into that level, then potentially drops all the way into this level, then we return for all-time high. How do I know this? What price basically does is move from internal range to external range. So this is the current internal range. As you can see, price went high, took an external range, broke this low, giving a market structure shift for people looking to shorts. London, it will be reasonable to take a short from this level into this other block, this low, and potentially this 10 a.m. low. So that'll be the ideal trade for London. And for the New York, I'll be looking to enter after this low has been rated or this other block has been tagged. So I expect this area to be an intermediate time low. If price is still going to all-time high. So this should be an intermediate time low. Let's keep this clean and label this as an order block. So if price really wants to move from this order block, I don't want price to get anywhere below 50%. And where is the 50% of this order block? Here is the 50%. So let's label that as well. Yes, so price is allowed to trade all the way from this level into this place, then bounce off from here into all-time high. So that's what I'm looking at for Thursday trading day.